Anyway, let's go with the story. So you know there is a disease that is called diabetes. You all must be knowing a disease called diabetes. And diabetes is a disease which is very dangerous. It could be very dangerous if it is not managed, right? So diabetes is a disease which could be very dangerous if it is not properly managed. In diabetes, what happened? The blood sugar level is high. And blood sugar level is high. Then what will happen? The organs will be having trouble. And then the person suffering from high blood sugar, diabetes, that will have multiple problems in the body, and ultimately the person can die due to lots of complication in that, right? But diabetes is a disease that has been there since very long time. And you know that if the sugar level of our body spikes up, it goes up, then to control the sugar level, you need to inject insulin hormone, right? Insulin hormone. You got it. So the story is that diabetes, that is high sugar in the blood, high sugar, or that is called glucose in blood, right? And how to treat this diabetes? How to work on this diabetes? So that can be managed by insulin hormone. Insulin hormone. You know that insulin hormone? In the very basic classes you might have studied, right? Insulin hormone. So this insulin hormone that is produced by beta cell of pancreas. How many of you know pancreas? Story है, पढ़ा नहीं रहा हूँ, story सुना रहा हूँ, right? So just an information for you that diabetes is a kind of disease that we are suffering. India is going to be diabetes capital, and then this diabetes can be managed by insulin hormone produced by beta cell of pancreas, right? Diabetes होता ही इसलिए है क्योंकि इंसुलिन नहीं बनता बॉडी में. If insulin is not being formed in the body like in pancreas gland, this is gland, obviously it's a gland. तो इंसुलिन अगर नहीं बन रहा तो डायबिटीज है, right? And there is a special cell in pancreas that is called beta cell, which is responsible for production of insulin. So it's not like insulin is produced anywhere. Insulin can be produced at a particular cell only in the pancreas, and that cell which produces insulin is called beta cell, right? So sometimes it happens that many of our relatives are suffering from diabetes, and in their body the beta cell is not functional. This beta cell is not properly functioning, and because beta cell is non-functional, so there is no insulin, and if there is no insulin, then there is a diabetes. So what will happen? Every time they eat something, they have breakfast, they have lunch, they have, let's say, dinner, so sugar level will be high. If they eat a little extra, then sugar level will go high. और sugar level अगर ज़्यादा चला गया तो फिर प्रॉब्लम क्या होगी? Sugar level will be harming them. So after every meal, sometime they need to inject insulin. अगर body insulin नहीं बना रहा है तो कहाँ से लेंगे? बाहर से लेंगे, right? So sometime they have to inject insulin from the outside. That means insulin is a hormone which is produced by the pancreatic beta cell, pancreas, and insulin is also present in market. So you go in the market, you buy the insulin, you inject it into the body, right? Body में inject कर सकते हैं. But then how do we make insulin? स्टोरी यही है कि इंसुलिन बनाते कैसे हैं? इंसुलिन तो हमारे बॉडी में बनता है. तो मार्केट में जो इंसुलिन है वो कहां से आया? क्या हमने किसी के बॉडी से निकाला? नो. दिस इंसुलिन दैट इज बीइंग सोल्ड इन द मार्केट is basically produced by genetic engineering. It is produced by genetic engineering. The insulin which is being sold in the market is basically produced by bacteria. So we have designed bacteria, and then this bacteria is designed by using genetic engineering, and now this bacteria is producing insulin in a very large quantity, and then these insulins are present in the market, and we go and buy, and then we are able to manage the diabetes in a proper way, right? But then genetic engineering is a recent phenomenon. Genetic engineering is not something that happened very back. All the development of genetic engineering is basically in the last 40 years. पिछले 40 साल में जेनेटिक इंजीनियरिंग के सारे काम हुए लगभग. लेकिन डायबिटीज तो पहले से भी था. तो कहानी यही है कि डायबिटीज अगर पहले से था तो फिर इंसुलिन कहां से आता था? ऐसा नहीं कि इंसुलिन पहले नहीं था, बट आज इंसुलिन बहुत इजीली अवेलेबल है. व्हाई? बिकॉज जेनेटिक इंजीनियरिंग इज प्लेइंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल, एंड द इंसुलिन इज बीइंग प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय बैक्टीरिया. बट व्हेन दिस बैक्टीरिया एंड जेनेटिक इंजीनियरिंग, these things were not there, then we used to get the insulin from pig. पिग समझते हो? पिग से निकालते थे. तो यूरोप में, अमेरिका में यहाँ पे पिग स्लॉटर होते हैं. Pork is pig meat और लोग उसको खाते हैं. इंडिया में भी खाते हैं. And pigs are considered very close to human being. So whenever you slaughter a pig, then pig के pancreas में जो इंसुलिन था उसको extract कर लेते थे, right? And after extracting the insulin from the pig pancreas, it is bottled, it is basically packed and sold into the market. Now you can imagine that the number of diabetes patient was very high, and the amount of insulin that we used to get from pig, that was very less. Because कितना pig मार लोगे, right? कितना pig मार लोगे? तो पिग के स्लॉटर से आपको बहुत इंसुलिन नहीं निकलता था, एंड दैट इज बेसिकली पिग इंसुलिन. And because it's a pig insulin, then what is that? It's a pig hormone. So in your body, in diabetic patient, if this insulin is injected, then it lowers down the glucose level. It can manage the blood sugar, but it will do some allergic reaction also. थोड़ा allergic reaction भी होगा, right? And the most important thing that the number of diabetic patient was increasing, and the amount of insulin produced by the pig pancreas that we can get only after slaughtering them, only after killing them, that was too less. So this insulin that used to come from pig, that used to be very pricey. उसकी कीमत बहुत ज्यादा थी, right? बहुत कीमत थी. And then it was available to only few people who are rich, and it was not 100% suitable for human being because it belongs to pig. So some allergic reaction was also there. तो स्टोरी यही है कि डायबिटीज पहले भी था, आज भी है, आगे भी रहेगा. लेकिन डायबिटीज जब पहले था तो हम पिग के इंसुलिन को एक्सट्रैक्ट करते थे उसको मारने के बाद, और फिर उस छोटे से यानी कि बहुत कम अमाउंट के इंसुलिन को हम बेचते थे. तो बहुत हाई प्राइस पे बिकता था, गरीब लोगों को अवेलेबल भी नहीं होता था, सप्लाई कम, डिमांड ज्यादा, और साइड इफेक्ट भी ज्यादा, राइट? बट नाउ जेनेटिक इंजीनियरिंग हैज चेंज द एंटायर सीन. आज जेनेटिक इंजीनियरिंग सब कुछ को चेंज कर दिया. नाउ यू डोंट नीड टू एक्सट्रैक्ट पिग इंसुलिन, एंड वी कैन मेक द ह्यूमन इंसुलिन. मानव का, हमारे शरीर का इंसुलिन हम बना सकते हैं. कहां पे? ई